Everybody, welcome back to the Workman's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Wanted to talk to you guys today about, I guess we could have a little side segment here from Workman's Whiskey. Still the same thing, but when we're talking about bottom shelf whiskeys, we'll just call it the best of the bottom shelf. We did Old Crow, Evan Williams Black Label. This is Ancient Age from Buffalo Trace. And we also did Benchmark from Buffalo Trace as well. So some pretty good bottom shelf whiskeys. People sometimes automatically assume that since a whiskey's a bottom shelf product, that the quality's not very good, and that's not always the case. Every distillery is going to have their bottom shelf stuff. Maybe it's more mass produced, but maybe not aged as long as some of the medium or mid shelf stuff or top shelf stuff. But still good product nonetheless. Easy to drink and for a great price. And this is one of those. Ancient Age. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. This was actually recommended to me by my brother Tony, who I trust him with his whiskey knowledge. He drinks a lot of good whiskey, so if this is good enough for him, I wanted to give it a shot. I've had this whiskey before as a mixer, but I've never had it neat like I like to drink a lot of my whiskey. So he told me it was a fine whiskey to sip on, and I wanted to give it a try. So as you can see, I've done some damage to this bottle. So I think we all can conclude that Tony was right. It is good stuff, but I want to talk about it anyway. Give it a little pour. And like I said, this is from Buffalo Trace. If you go on their website, you'll find this whiskey. It's actually Ancient Age. I think the brand has been around since 1946, so just right after World War II. But as I said, owned by Buffalo Trace now, and it's a young bourbon. It's a 3-year-old bourbon, which I believe I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 years that a product has to be aged to be a true bourbon. I think it's 3 though, and that's what this is. It's a 3-year-old product. Buffalo Trace, which we'll review another time. Same company, but Buffalo Trace I think is it's years older. I'm not sure what the exact age statement is. I'll look into that. Somewhere between 6 to 8 years, I think, though. Anyway, we'll talk about Ancient Age today. It's another one of those very good bargains. So take a look at the color, and it's a light color. I mean, you're not going to have much of that barrel char in there at only 3 years old. It's kind of a gold color, maybe like a light amber or light copper color. But it's okay. It kind of looks like a tequila gold or something like that. But you're not going to get a whole lot darker than this at only 3 years old. Give it a nose. All right, right away you get that corn sweetness. You get some rye spice on the nose. Pretty good, pretty noticeable right away. A little bit of a, besides the rye, you have kind of an herbal quality about it. Maybe a little vanilla, little like a floral thing going on. Definitely some, I would say some citrus. Definitely has a citrus smell to it. And maybe just some oak from the barrel. Let's give it a taste. And on the taste, it's for such a young product, it's got a pretty good flavor. Good palate. There's a lot going on with this. I taste a lot of corn, some like toffee notes. Definitely vanilla, some oak. Definitely taste that wood in there. Back to the citrus that we're getting on the nose. There's definitely some orange. I want to say orange zest in there. Orange peel, maybe lemon peel, a little, something a little citrusy, but like a sour citrusy. Most citrus is sour, but just kind of more of a peel than the actual fruit itself. Those are the main things I taste. Like I said, corn, rye, oak, the citrus, vanilla. It's got a good classic bourbon flavor. It's there's nothing too fancy about this product. I'll tell you right now, but it doesn't always have to be fancy, guys. It's just something that we can sip on, have a good time. Just good whiskey to sip on and have a conversation or something. Sounds kind of cheesy, I know, but just something simple. And I like simple sometimes. It doesn't always have to be at the higher end of our price range that we talk about. $30. If I can find a good deal for this is $10. Actually, this bottle is a little bit bigger than the standard size, so this is about a $12 or $13 bottle, but it's usually about 10 or 11 bucks at the store. So if you can find a decent whiskey for that price, same with the Old Crow or Benchmark, it's a deal, and I recommend finding a bottle and giving it a try. And it's also, as I said before, I've had this in a lot of mixed drinks. Whiskey sours, you might do a 7 and 7. A lot of things you can do: sidecars, Manhattans, good whiskey cocktails. It's good for cocktails, good for just drinking neat. And if you can find it, give it a try. Got nothing to lose, guys. Cheers until next time. And here's my brother Tony for convincing me to give it a try.